Hi Julia, so this is just a quick tutorial video on how to access the website and to make some simple updates. So the first thing to say is I've sent you an email with a link and a username and password. If you click the link, pop in the username and password. It does have to be capitals for the username. Then you click sign me in. That will basically then take you to this screen here. Ignore any notifications on the right hand side. I'm not sure why they appear, but there's never anything outstanding to pay. So just ignore that. On the left hand side, you click websites. Once you've done that, it will bring a little preview up. Eventually there'll be a little preview of the website in here. For now it's just blank, but don't worry about that. Just click on that. Same here, this is blank at the moment, but eventually a preview of the site will appear. You basically scroll past that, and then down on the left here you have edit website. Click on that. That will basically load the system I used to build the website, which is called Bramble. It will load the home page to begin with. The first thing to say is you may need to watch this video a couple of times for things to make sense, but I'm just going to go over some very basic changes with you now. So the first thing to say is if you want to change any photographs, at the moment I'd leave that to me, just because, for example, if you have photographs in a row, they need to be the same size. Otherwise, when you upload them, some will be larger than others and everything will sort of go out of shape and everything will get a bit disjointed. So leave any photo amends for me now. That's something I can cover later though. So as you scroll down the home page, you'll notice lots of strange symbols appearing. Just ignore those. They're different elements that are turned off and on for phones and tablets and computers. You'll also notice that the slider is there twice. Again, ignore that. One is the computer version and one is the phone version. So anything that doesn't look right, just scroll past because everything works. It's just how the site's set up. So everything that you click, every element that you select, you'll see highlights in a green box, which basically means, much like a Word file, you can make text changes or additions. So you can click every part of it, every section of it. You'll notice sometimes where there's an image on the left and a box on the right, that's done in its own row, whereas a box of text in a line like that is in its own box. So basically everything works from boxes. You click each box and then you've got access to what's in that box. And again, these logos at the bottom, I would let me upload those for now, because again, I can resize them and make sure they're correct. But again, I can go through that with you if that's something that you do want to do. So that's pretty much an overview of how you would click each section that you want to amend or change, and you can add text, remove text. If you're happy with what you've done, you click Publish Changes at the top. And then basically when you leave, you have to refresh the website a couple of times, and it takes about a minute or two for those changes to be live and online. So that's just a quick overview of basic amends. One thing you wanted to go over is the news page, so we're going to quickly look at that now. Every other page is accessible in this top left-hand menu here. If you click it, it tells you which page you're on. So you're on the index page, which is known as the home page. You've got a contact page, a gallery page, a newsletter, and a share application. So for example, the share application page, you'd click on that, and that's got a line of text here with a link to a document, another line of text here with a link to the document that you sent. It's got some information about how people can find the form, and it's got a button which if you click edit link, that's linking up to your share download the form. So yeah, again, there's not much else on that page, so you'll see that it ends. Yeah, so that's how you navigate between the different pages. Every page is set up in pretty much the same way. So if we go to the news page, now I will change the format of this later down the line. At the moment, we've only got two things and no photos. So the way I would do it is to use a feature which is duplicate. So for example, if we duplicate this bar here and we update that to July, so the top one becomes the latest one. If we then duplicate and then drag, we've now basically got a copy. So we've got what was there previously, and then we've kept the original below. So that's the simple way of not having to do any messing around with fonts and colors and making sure everything's correct. You'd basically go to your document. So we've got July at the Frampton Greyhound. You could basically take all of this text, delete all of the text in here. So then the thing to do then is to click out of it, click back into it, paste your text in. So you'll see it's got that text in there. Then you have to do a little bit of formatting. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to save that so that we know that that's safe before we do anything else. And then when you paste, you'll notice it loses some formatting. So the first thing you've got is these first lines are in bold. So we just go across and bold. Much like a Word file, you might have to highlight it a couple of times because sometimes the bold screen disappears, but that goes bold, and that goes bold, that goes bold, that goes bold, and then we've got the pop-up pub. That goes bold. So that's that. If you spot anything that might be wrong, like an extra space, again, like a Word file, just remove it. And what we've done here is got the latest information at the top, the older news at the bottom. If this page gets busy, obviously you don't want people to scroll down forever, so we'd look at changing that and altering the format. But for now, we'll keep things simple because I know you're keen to get this up to date. So the next thing to show you is how to link these emails, because obviously what we want to do is those email links, we want them to be able to click them. So you highlight the email address and then you copy. Then you come across here to create link. Then the link text we're going to use is the email address, and the email address we're going to use, paste that in there. And you want the email to open in a new tab when they click it, and then hit save. Then basically you see now the blue one is now the link. The old one is just the text that was there. Delete the text that was there. And now you have a hyperlink. You would then obviously save that, go and test that that works, and you know that then that's doing what it should do. And I think if there's another link, same process again, so I'll follow the exact same thing. We don't want a capital there. So again, we'll highlight the email text, copy it, paste it, a new link. And again, you'd save that and run a test. So save. And that's how you do an update to that page. And again, you could go in and alter anything you wanted to here. Yeah, and that's fairly straightforward. So once you're finished editing, you can click finish. We made the changes to that page. So you basically visit the website now, refresh a few times until eventually that is all updated and both links are there, and the information is there. So now this page has got your July news at the top, and it's got the June news below it. Again, refreshing a few times, you'll now see that link down here works, and that link up here works as well. So yeah, that's just a very quick overview. Number one, it will get you access to the website. Number two, it will mean you can make basic text changes, and you can make sure you've got a hyperlink in there so that you can sort of keep an eye on and look after the news page. Images, leave with me. If there's anything else that you can't do that you haven't been shown, give me a shout and I'm sure I can go through it. And thanks for watching.